Hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing great as always, and uh, thanks for watching. Welcome to my channel, of course, Infinity Now. That's a real quick video that I wanted to share because I thought it was a really great idea. So, um, as far as practicing, like for accuracy, one thing that I'm trying to get better at. Not only that, but like just kind of understand how this kind of communication works is accuracy. So I think accuracy and consistency, and not only that, but of course, like understanding how everything works, is really important to maintain like a certain level of integrity and that sort of thing. So I'm really trying to do that, and I found a lot of trial and error during the process, but I found a really great way to kind of practice in the meantime. So I wanted to share anybody who's like, um, you know, uh, communicating, with anyone in the afterlife, that sort of thing, or wants to kind of hone their skills. I found a great way, I guess a couple great ways. So, one is, I guess I'll share this first. This is kind of cool because I have a lot of stories over the last few years where I ask for confirmation of things. So initially, so I didn't think I was losing my mind when I was like hearing voices and that sort of thing, but also to kind of prove um, like truth, basically, as I came across it. So I do have, actually kind of forgot about this till now, so this is kind of cool, but a lot of situations where, and this is when I was still trying to determine like who I was talking to and, where these voices were coming from, that kind of thing. But um, a lot of people's, once I had actually had someone's name described to me at work while before I got there. It was actually a brand new job several years ago, which is really cool. It was only the first name. Didn't make sense to me when I was on the way to work, but it did when I got there and met everybody. So um, that was one time. Another time, there was a folded piece of paper on the ground, and I picked it up and I heard something about black beans, and it was actually a recipe for black beans. So I opened it up and looked at it and I threw it away. That was kind of cool. So one time I actually heard the description of like um, a rapper, and it didn't make any sense to me at the time. But like about 30 seconds later, this is at my job. Somebody walked by outside the work, and he had that rapper on his T-shirt, the name. So that was kind of cool. Um, so I guess that's just one great way to do it is ask for guidance as far as proof, because I don't really have, and for people who practice and don't have like clients, because I don't really do readings or anything like that. So you don't have that sounding board for what's true or not. I think it's a great way to be able to validate what you're experiencing. Um, and I ask for this all the time, and it's not always accurate, or sometimes things don't make sense to me, or I may not be paying attention. But those are a few examples where, uh, that sort of thing came through loud and clear. So it's really cool. So if you ask for, proof when you're out and about, and that sort of thing, it's kind of a great way to be able to hone your skills over time. Recently, what I started doing, this is when I actually wanted to share initially, was playing cards. So because I'm realizing more and more that this really boils down to communication. So it's really just learning to communicate. And it's a lot tougher than I originally realized. A lot of hit or miss, but one way to form like a certain level of consistency that I've tried, I'd say over the past year or so, is playing cards. It's great. It's simple. If no one's around and it's just you, and you just have a deck of cards, all you got to do is just, shuffle random card face down and have them tell you what it is. So, and they have your guides or whoever you want to ask help you. They have the ability to do that. So I've had times where I was like spot on and I got super excited, and I would actually hear, the card and the shape. Sometimes it was a joker, like sometimes it was like a jack of clubs or seven of diamonds. And I was kind of on like a roll, it felt like, and then other times I heard nothing, like silence. And that's not because I wasn't being spoken to, it's just getting used to hearing. And then sometimes I would hear stuff all over the place. And I think it was just kind of my energy kind of guessing, because I wasn't guessing in my head, but it's real easy to, when you're focusing on something, it's kind of like turning something over in your mind. It's like the same thing that you have, when you dream and your energy kind of becomes activated outside your control, your database, for example. It's real easy for this stuff to kind of emanate from you. And it's like your database is like doing guesswork without you being in control of your conscious mind, if that makes sense. So all sorts of like names and symbols, not names, shapes, diamonds, clubs, pictures of jacks and jokers and all that kind of stuff could be flying around everywhere, and it kind of gets in the way of trying to hear what the message is. Then is trying to come through. So that's all I wanted to share. I thought those are a couple great ways to, when you don't have a client or you don't have other people to practice with, 2 great ways to kind of practice and hone your ability. So ask for guidance when you're out and about everywhere, really. So you have that proof and that validation. And if not, sit down with a deck of cards. And it's a great way to practice, and practice makes perfect. So I just wanted to share that. Hope that was helpful. And any thoughts or further suggestions, of course, would be very welcome in the comments, or if you want to send like an email or any ideas or any thoughts, anything at all, please do. So thanks again. If you like the video, definitely, if you like it, please like it. And if you do like this, the content that I'm doing here, absolutely please subscribe. And thank you again very much for watching. So take care, and then we'll see you in the next video.